Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to the week 3 of this Duckling Bootcamp. Duckling Derby. God, sorry. I'm your host Chanigan, and I have Mad Girl, Ensign Pro as trackers with me. So today we have Woo Bear, Kumo, Shadow MRT, and Ravioli as our 4 restream players. Since it's week 3, it's gonna be a floor and trend shuffle. So pretty exciting. The Ducklings will need to track where the floors and entrances. So can be hard for them, but we'll see. They should go in a few seconds. And if audio is a bit wonky, please let me know. I'll try to adjust it as soon as I can. Alright, and we're off. At least for one player. Give me a few seconds. Ooh, nuke level 1, temper level 1. This is gonna be a quick one. It's gonna be a quick seed. Alright, let me just sync up everyone. So we got Zap, Rob. Yeah, Nuke and Temper are probably the best for the best spells in here. I did not see White Magic. Saber +4, good weapon for the fighter. Not too bad. All right, so this should be. Sorry, trying to comms and restream at the same time. It's not the best thing. Alright, so what we got? Volcano and Armory, not too bad. I missed what was in that first chest. Oh, and they start with a Katana +1. Pretty good weapon for the Thief. Once they promote, and Ravioli decided to sell that Katana for money. Alright, Toph is... Ooh, Temple of Fiend is Mermaid. Pretty good, really good first entrance to find a lot of chests. Could get a good amount of money first. Alright, nothing so far in the Mermaid floor. Nope, nothing good. Okay, I'm sorry again. Trying to sync up everyone at the same time is pretty hard. Alright, some more money and a slab. Alright, so slab on the Mermaid floor. Alright, let me just double check something. Okay. Flame Shield, pretty good find for Ravioli. Bane Stick, oh, I missed that the first time. And Ravioli just do it. Some people would be pretty happy that he carbonated bubbles. But yeah, that Bane Stick is going to be pretty useful at the beginning, and maybe against Tiamat 1. Alright, so where are we going now? So, with these flags, what I prefer to do is just maybe not looking going pretty deep in the dungeon. Just look at as many entrances as possible, just to have a clear, like, just to know where maybe finding towns as soon as possible. This is pretty much the number one thing to find, because once you find level 1 through 4 magic, these are going to be your go-to magic for pretty much the whole seed. Yes, this is Shardont. I forgot to mention it. Yeah, Floor Entrance, Shuffle, and Shardont. And we have found Gaia. I missed where it was. Sorry, I'm not doing a great job at keeping track of everything. Zombies and ghouls at the Agama tile. Nah, not good. Ooh, dragon armor, pretty good armor for pretty good endgame armor for the fighter. Ooh, mad ponies with Brack. Oh, this is pretty good. I just noticed Ravioli doing Manticore grind to get a few early levels with that Bane stick. This is pretty smart. It's gonna be pretty good for his early levels. Make things really easier for him. Alright, Matoya, what we got? Titan West. Not good. Oh, and we found Shadow MRT finding Cornelia Castle. There's a free item with the king. What we got? Oxiel. Okay, not too bad. I just noticed we have cursor strats on the Uber screen. That's what you like to see. Ooh, trolls with dazzle, not good. And dark touch. Yeah, this is a fight you don't want to take. And I'm joined in comms with Shumbabi. Hey Shumbabi, how are you today?
Doing well, how are you?
Feeling a bit sick, but hey. C'est la vie.
Oh, they're busting out the French on us.
Oh, yes.
Alright, let's see. I've been following this a little bit as far as the map is concerned. Didn't see quite the key items. I think somebody got an Oxiel, which is great.
Yes.
They're going into, through Onrak into Sky 3.
Yes, Woo Bear and Shadow MRT both have the Oxiel.
Which was from the king, if I caught that?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Deep Topher makes this real weird because you find Corneria Castle and then you can't take out Garland.
Yeah,
it's real rough. But they'll be going back to Provoca, I guess, at some point.
Oh, for sure.
So the slice item is the shard counter for us. So this is a shard hunt, right? They don't have to defeat any of the fiends really, but they will get additional shards for that. I didn't catch the number. Is it 28 on this one?
Let me double check just to be sure. I have the flags right here.
There it is. Yes, exactly 28.
28. Okay, so not too many shards. Just a good sweet spot. Carry and Lich would both give 2 shards once you lit the orb, and Kraken and Tiamat would give 4 each. So that's 12 shards right there. Just need to find 16 more, which can be pretty quick.
Now, usually in a shard hunt, you find XP scaling is by shard, so it incentivizes this kind of deep dungeon diving. But here we have 5% increase per item, which is an interesting twist on this formula here.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
Levels are going to be a little bit later, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but getting a few levels early on, like what Ravioli did, he grinded just to get a few levels on the Manticores. I think it went until level 10, 12. Just to get a few levels and a bunch of money, and yeah, oh boy, houses for 400 gold. They are cheap.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. Early levels are going to be nice in a floor entrance also, so it allows you to go a little bit deeper, like through that sky floor.
Yeah.
Or into Ice 1. Gross. So already we're building out quite a chain here. I didn't happen to see where Earth 4 was out of.
Yeah, I missed it too. I think it was in the on-rack
it was past
entrance. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, no, it looks like C was after that. And then Earth 4, there it is. Wow, that is a very deep dive for Corneria Castle.
Yeah.
So hopefully those early levels pays off. Usually try to keep 1 level per minute in the first 15 to 20 minutes for a really successful floor entrance.
Yeah, I agree.
So how many runners are there today? According to the race room, there are 9 entrants
9.
tonight.
Yes, this is correct. 9 ducklings.
Alright, so Kumo getting the bad news that he's going to have to start that Corneria Castle dive. Now this is some interesting stuff, is how much they're checking for these shards early on. I think knowing that we have vanilla locations on as incentive items, it almost pushes you to kind of fully explore these dungeons before you start checking for those boxes sometimes. Or at least when you know that your progression has to be locked here. But we'll see how that comes out. Is that a Zombel grind over there, or was that just a happenstance?
I think it's a Zombel grind. It's a Zombel tile. I was looking at Shadow and Marty's screen for a sec, so I missed where it was. Okay, no, it's a pop grind. It's a pop grind.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. Was a pop. I saw the grass on the outside. Oh,
this is interesting. I like it since the first encounter is pretty short after the power cycle, and they aren't too powerful.
Yeah, starting with a level 1 nuke, it pretty much opens up just about anything except the dinosaurs. I don't know that it's as effective as they're going to want it to be, especially since you're losing out on information right now. Like 13 minutes in, you're really trying to find something like Woo Bear just did, a canoe at the Sages.
Yep.
So that's going to open up all of the southern part of the first continent here. Shadow Mr. T being a friendly neighbor to our old men. So, yeah, here's what I was hoping that he was going to do here, is just reset out of the inn.
Yep.
Warps you right back to the beginning of your entrance.
Oh yeah, a pretty quick tip.
Yeah, deep towns are a blessing in this
shuffle. Oh, for sure. You always hate it when you dive like 7th floor deep dungeon, and it's just a dead end, and everything you have, you just need to walk out of it. It's not fun. But I wouldn't say not fun, but it's not the same feeling as when there's a town.
You want to save on game over at the very least, so you can get out of there.
That is correct. Yeah.
So we're back to Manticores over here. I'm curious to see where Woobear takes his final grind here for that black belt, because you're not taking a black belt without the intent to grind. It's a very interesting pick for me on floor entrance shuffle. I think that's going to be a very high risk, high reward, because if he can find that eye tile, you're golden here.
Yeah, and I think it's B-side, and it's B-side trap tiles.
On A side.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if Woobear can find the eye tile, pretty.
Or the Holy Grail, you got that iron gold tile.
Oh, Sarias. Sarias would be good too.
Yeah, but there's so many of them to punch.
It's not too bad.
So Shadow getting his Sea Shrine objective here from the temple. Still on the pop grind here. I'm not sure how I feel about this anymore. I think early on it's nice for the levels because it allows you to do stuff, but if you're not actually doing stuff, you're falling behind the people that are gaining levels along the way.
Yeah, right? I agree.
And you take a fighter comp, fighter thief, white, what is that, red?
Yes.
I disagree with the red. I like the black a little bit more than the red here, but but most people don't like white mage, so I'm okay with this. But anyway, that party is a very standout for like, let me get my levels along the way. And so it's a little bit of over grinding. So we'll see if that pays off later on. Kumo now making the dive down to Earth 4. Let's see, ordeals in Northwest Castle. I thought he was going, oh, nope, not doing this.
I would have probably noped. Yeah, without warp, ordeals is not that fun.
Ordeals, not ideals.
Yep.
Especially with, so here's the deal, right? Like, you could make the case for ordeals. He's probably strong enough to go through it. But you also have 3 more checks that you can do. And so if warp is at any one of those checks, of course, foot and mouth right away, as there is a very quick final floor there.
And I understand now why Ravioli was doing his grind. He was taking his teeth to level 15 to get the lock pick. Yep. Finding another ribbon.
Yeah, that didn't pay off nearly as well as he was hoping. In retrospect, I like the play.
Yeah, it's still a ribbon. Ribbon is going to be a really, really, really good endgame armor
It'd be
for
really
you.
Useful for a thief, but the thief can't equip it. So
yeah,
we're in trouble here.
Just find wall. Just find wall on the white mage.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's hope red mage learnable for Woobear's sake. Although he's going to be banking on the black belt being its own wall.
Yeah. Still, that thief could be Coral Soul +5. Yeah, that thief is pretty good now.
I mean, at a katana +1, I'm pretty sure that was on the way.
Yeah.
I guess depending on where Bahamut lands, you might not want to promote this party. Seeing some of the old stuff we have, still looking at Woobear's screen for the progress mostly. Kumo's now joining in ordeals.
A lot of shards early on. Oh, katana, another katana. Okay, so that's pretty good for Woobear if he decides to keep the thief or just res the thief.
So we get a canal out of ordeals. And that feels kind of bad, because you're I don't want to say you're guaranteeing that a ship is nearby, but like you're hoping that you find floater before the ship at this point. Otherwise, you could be very baited into going out into the world.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Rubear is doing pretty much what I usually do. I just go to the left and just do Dwarf Cave, Toph, Dwarf Cave, Northwest Castle, and Marsh Cave.
I like that save at the split.
Yep, that too.
Just in case this wasn't such an easy pickup. I'm curious how Lich is going to go here with the black belt not quite being the punch machine that you want it to be.
But with, I don't know how many charges, maybe 6 charges of nuke total. Nuke is going down pretty easily.
Now I'm curious, would you be moving the black belt into slot 1 here to protect the mages, or you don't think it's really going to matter on Lich 1?
It's not no, it's not going to matter on Lich 1.
The only alternative is if I suppose Lich has poison or blaze, is what I was going to say.
But yeah, no issue there. Oop.
So we don't actually get those 2 shards until you step on that tile.
Yep.
Don't think it's going to be a problem nuking these mummies. We've got Ravioli now going through Marsh 2. He's going to hit Ice, Sea, Earth again, and then finally Crescent for that canoe. But Woo Bear has our first orblet, I suppose we could say, but again, we don't need orbs here, we just need 28 shards. I like this Chimera tile too.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very long Topher, and this is, I think they're a little bit better than
yeah. Yeah, I agree, but they have a lot of HP though, which I don't really like. They have around a little bit more than 400 HP.
So did we do a dive on the scalings for this? I don't think it was mentioned earlier.
Oh, Provoca.
Oh,
sorry, we just found the Provoca and the Elfland Castle.
I think that one. So yeah, anybody that's interested, enemy stats and boss stats, as well as health, is scaled between 70 and 150%. So fairly lightweight enemies that we're going to be bumping into. So even on the high end, only 150%. That's not drastic. It's not necessary to have taken a black belt, I think, but in Woo Bear's case, being ahead as he is, if he can get that black belt online, it's just going to be a one and done Topher. I can't see a case in which it's not.
Yeah.
Vicky being very vanilla here. And so this is the dangers of that ship. If we don't find something that we like in the other port of Elfland, or wanting to use the canoe to get into the river system, might be baited to go down to like ordeals based on the map edits. Is there any... Where am I looking for the overworld? Oh no, so there aren't any northern docks on.
Nope,
so I
no northern docks.
Not the worst. He's going to probably be going into the river system regardless at this point. Oh, and we have fast at level 2.
Yeah, this is a
for one punch.
Yep.
It's going to make that fighter blessing not so bad. That -1 hit percent per level. It's not great, but having an early fast and temper to compensate. Fighter could still be the carry at level like 24. You find that Masa.
And Woo Bear just selling the katana, so we're 100% relying on the black belt. Alright, Shadow MRT also finding Lich. And Ravioli about to find the canoe.
So we have Matoya out of Elfland. No crystal yet. Debating where to go, right? You have the ship. Do you take it out of the inner sea? I guess. Why not?
Yeah.
You have the Ordeals entrance just in case. You have Melmond and that whole continent too. But that decision right there is going to make or break this game, I think. Do you go west or do you go east into the river system? And I like this play more because going east implies that you're walking your way out of the river system.
Yep, I agree. Just looking at entrances, like the most, as many entrances as you can early is pretty much the, in my opinion, the best move than just walking. But a floater could be in Ice Cave or anywhere else. So, and finding a dwarf.
Do we have a level 15 thief?
No.
We don't. That feels kind of bad. I would reset out. There we go. Yeah, check out that bottom marsh split. Maybe you find some extra levels, maybe a deep town, save on your way out, and recheck that dwarf cave. Although it's not for incentive items, right? It's just loose shards, but it's still, it feels bad to have to give that up. And it's not something that Ravioli is going to have to encounter.
To answer your question, Bert, the black belt at 10 agility and black shirt, but minus 10 MDef. So not a really good black belt, but I think Hubert just prefers black belt overall. We'll see if he finds the god tier trap tile.
You know, with this early fast and temper, you could almost make the case that a level 20 something black belt can suffice here, but you're like not getting
20
MDef, which is
yeah, the MDef is really what's hurting the black belt.
Right, and so most people stop at 42 and they accept that the instant kill spells are going to be not as bad, like they're gambling a little bit on that, but with minus 10 MDef, you're taking this black belt up to like 46, 47 to have any shot at like full immunity.
Yeah.
Zap Gauntlet, that's kind of nice.
That's pretty good, yeah.
I don't know if that's a necessary check, but it's a nice thing to have. Harm 4, gotta love that Harm 4 damaging the pirates. Yeah, Thief Black Belt is high level strategy, and I think that it would work out really well if they were to drop the mages, but you also don't want to drop these mages. They're too good at sweeping everything.
Yeah, Nuke is just too valuable here. Oh, Kumo going doing the exact opposite of Hubert. We're going to the river stem.
Great, more things to track. So we have that bottom split at Melman leading us into the waterfall. So it'd be nice to see what the robot gives us. That's a guaranteed item.
Crescent Lake
giving us cube lock.
Yep.
So this is one of those times where a save at that split would have been really helpful.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got going on here. I haven't seen anything really too crazy out of enemies yet, so I'm wondering if the scripts are going to be kind of backloaded. See, I would do a save right there where Kumo just encountered that too.
Hubert just found the Argiant Agama tile. Okay, this could be pretty big.
Oh, with Sleep Touch, that's rough. You missed turn order and that Sleep lands. Might not be worth taking. 1400, not the best. You're not coming that deep into Waterfall with a solo black belt.
Yeah.
We're like 7 floors in.
Wow, a lot of shards, though.
So we have a Cardia treasure room out of Volcano. Yeah, I don't mind taking this as a party tile for like once on, once off. But definitely not a necessary tile for the black belt. It's like, well, you were nice to see. See you later. I love this pausing that everybody does at Marsh Split as they adjust their tracking methods and really consider which way do I want to go. The only thing that would make it better is if it went Marsh Split into C Split.
Oof, I had too many seeds with that.
It happens quite frequently.
Like the 14 floor deep, just with the two splits, it's just awful. It's awful to track.
It's pretty bad if you don't have deep towns too. Deep towns is a saving grace on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Does Shadow have the levels? Excuse me, the levels on this thief?
Ooh, Kumo finding the East Titan entrance. So the right side was complete bust.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. I was about to say the right side of the inner sea is just complete bust.
Right, and that ruby is not even going to be useful to us because we've already had access to both sides of Titan. So it's not like Titan is going to wormhole us onto something like Cardia top or Cardia bottom to check some other stuff. Kumo doing the walk of shame back. Or the row of shame, I don't know. Call sea snakes are kind of dangerous. I think I saw them with glance or something before it also.
Ooh.
It's something that stoned a party member. Really useful for the Winter Dab tournament, not so useful for Duck Derby Week 3. Alright, so where was... Oh, that was TFC floor. That's why I had a mistake on my tracking.
I'm surprised everyone goes top first on Marsh split.
I believe that it is quicker, isn't it?
No, it's less encounter for Marsh bottom since you can walk the bottom at the bottom of the room. I don't know. It might be just me.
No, that's fine.
It might be a meeting.
I think it was a holdover. There was a spring tournament a couple of years ago that had some loose location, I believe it was, and
so
everybody started
last
going
year.
top first.
Yeah, last year I think.
So where was that Sky 2 that I missed? Was that Titan East?
That was Titan East, yes.
We do have Sky at Vanilla, so that lower left box is going to be the one worth checking.
A lock 2
shirt, that's going to be useful.
That's pretty good. We have pretty much the everything we need for Temple of Fiend.
I mean, at level 1, we had everything we needed
yeah.
on Woo Bears. He just needs the levels now.
Yeah.
We have a loot. We have an automatic key built into that thief, which is another reason why everybody would be taking a thief. But I think thieves are just—they were so not powerful enough for a very long time, and then the devs did wonderful things, and now they are firmly in the meta, and I'm loving it.
Oh yes, thief is a good class. Well, buff.
With its
I should say buff buff thief.
So one of the things that we kind of also want to be looking at during these shuffles is, are you making effective checks? Because with 28 shards, right, you know that you have 12 built into fiends already. So do we need to be checking these out of the way boxes? And I believe, well, in a non-shard hunt, I think back to advice that Deadpulse gave very long ago around, like, if it takes you more than 3 seconds to check this chest, you're probably not doing it. I think that we can extend that time a little bit more, given that it's a shard hunt, but I don't know that I want to be taking 400 steps to get to the next one. I'm obviously exaggerating.
And Tiamat. Yep. Oof.
So speaking of free shards, here's hoping. That's a very kind Titan East to give you Tiamat and the cube, which we now know goes to Crescent Lake, but Woo Bear doesn't know that yet. So he's probably checking Earth Cave, might check ordeals along the way.
Kumo just got really lucky against the ghosts. They had sleep almost everyone, but Thief woke up, just tanked a few hits and managed to run away.
Yeah, evasion tanking is too good right now.
Oh yes.
Sorry, I said too good. What I meant was in the perfect spot right now.
Yeah.
And there goes Tia. Not very strong, as we pointed out before. Like 150%, even on the high end, is not that big. A couple of nukes to do it.
Yep.
So even though we have the orbs lighting up, thank you to our trackers, by the way. When he pauses the menu, I'd like to see how many shards he has, because I think we're in a pretty good spot here that we just need a loot. So there is. Ooh. Oh no, we have the loot. I forgot it was a free loot.
Yep, free loot.
Lafine Superstar, though. My god. It's so good.
Yeah, I just need shards now. and a few levels. All the good magics were early on.
See, I'm intrigued to see what the first encounter off a hard reset into Topher would be. If it's a first level Topher.
It's short.
That's the other thing we need, right?
Well, it's a short Toph.
Oh, it's short Topher?
Yep.
Okay. So then never mind, first encounter's Lich. Not worth grinding up.
Ooh, wall not red learnable.
That's gonna hurt a little bit. I suppose if... I'm trying to think of the cases where you take that black belt not up to 42. You kind of need a gold plus or an opal bracelet on that.
Yeah, gold bracelet was -3. I think Woobear found one. Was it Woobear that found one? I know one of our runners has one. Yeah. Oh, Woobear's I think Woobear's doing the ordeals. Yep. Ooh, RCAG with Blizzard. Oof.
So, very generous Duckling Don and supporting team with that short Topher, because that red Sahag would have been amazing. Oh no, are they only with Sahags in Topher? Am I getting that mixed up?
Yes. Yeah, only red Sahag.
So we're doing that ordeals, but let's see what happens.
Oh, Woobear never checked the shop.
That could be dangerous.
Yep. Kumo decided to grind take a few levels, I think, on the our giant Agama. Or maybe just walking in and out.
Yeah, we don't have exit, right?
Yeah.
Interesting choice to dock at Crescent Lake instead of at one of the river systems leading in. I think it's a little closer on the floater side. Recognizing we do in fact have a cube, we can see what's past here now. See anything on those spiders right now? Ooh, carry.
Has to be the floater now, I think.
We have the slab, but we haven't seen Melmond.
Oh, no Melmond, yeah. So
I believe it has to be.
Could be bottled too. Bottled crystal, TNT, or adamant.
Yes,
Yeah, okay, we still have a lot of a lot of
it's
items.
All fetch questing. It's not going to be looking at new locations though.
Mm-hmm.
Regular old bulls blocking our progression.
Kumo and Ravioli about to high five.
There's the crystal. So we're going back to Elfland Town.
Yep.
Choosing not to warp out completely, just using warp to get around those trap tiles, and then we're going to take out carry for an extra 2 shards. Good heads-up play here. Double nuke, coral sword, black belt, that should be fine.
Yep. No issue.
Carry is deceptive. Just for anybody that's new to the game or new to the rando, carry, even at base stats, sometimes baits you into going in. You're like level 12. You're like, I'm getting through all this stuff, and then sure, you go into carry, and carry is just a brick wall sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But double nuke usually solves that problem. Okay, so we're forgetting about the ship because it doesn't actually matter anymore, right? There's no other locations that we can open up via the ship. So, we're going into some more
the
checks. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know that they're dead ends, but I still think that you do the item that you absolutely know turns into something.
Yep, I agree.
Matoya is not that far away. You could have saved in the river system. Kumo working our way back out of the waterfall link down Marsh Split and into Volcano. Ravioli seeing dwarf friends, seeing that he doesn't have any items for the dwarf friends.
but can open Dwarf Armory.
We'll see if there's any shards or other rewards here. Oh, he's wealthy. Yikes.
2 shards. Better than nothing. Oh, he has exit. Oh, I completely missed that. That's pretty good.
That's
for
huge.
Yep.
That's a giant time save. So, what's going on there? Debating some spells there. Ah, red mage. This is why I don't take red mages. Makes you think too hard. Everything needs to be on autopilot. That warp, though, very, very useful. Yep. Finding the cube, about to get the good news that Tia's there. I don't know that he's going to see it as good news, but I do.
Uber fire. Oh, he saved that volcano. Oh, that's pretty smart. Okay.
Still would have liked it at the split in the river, but I'll take it. Definitely saves a lot of steps. It's one of those things that you get very used to the more and more you play the game. And here, I mean, we're obviously in the Duck Derby. So we have a lot of allowances. Not sure why we're taking the ship back, though. I think probably hasn't reasoned out that there's no other locations. Well, the alternative could be that we find... no, I was going to say we could find Melmond somewhere, but there's no other... There's nothing blocking a deeper check. So this is going to have to be a progress item somewhere.
Yeah.
I suppose it could lead you to Melmond Town, at which point you do need the ship to get back.
And Tia goes down on the ravioli side.
So let's see what Matoya gives us. A little misstep into those R-bones.
Bottle. Oh boy.
And so Gaia was at Ordeals. So fortunately, I guess, took the
ship.
Took the ship.
Yeah.
It's on the southern side of Elfland.
It's pretty smart.
Good heads up play.
Yep. And we thought we were smart. Oh boy.
I'm not going to say that I'm not smart. He's just smarter at this point. A lot of this comes down to is it worth the extra 30 seconds to save an additional 30 seconds, or do I want to gamble it, right? Like you're making a lot of these very micro decisions here. To which point, I think that if like we had seen that, oh, and there's the key. Which
there's the key. Yeah.
Like when it comes down to that, and you see Matoya gives you something that you're going to need the ship for. Okay, maybe I'll just reset back, and then I'll come back down to her. If the adamant going to Melmond now. Come on, lazy dwarves.
Oh boy, this fetch quest. It's something.
Because if it is not lazy dwarves, then we're coming back down. Well, no.
Nah, not really.
Back down, but we don't have to, right? We're in go mode.
Yeah.
So 42 minutes in. This feels good. This could easily be like a 55. Bear finds a floater, grabs a couple extra shards, gets some levels. Not sure where we're taking it yet, but I think that I would still check the desert for a quick grind, given the encounter rate.
First encounter is pretty... well, no, it's kind of close, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know that I would check all 4 quadrants. I'd probably just check over by Lefane. We still have to find Topher. So.
Oh, that's true. Do we have Deep Toph?
Yeah.
Oh, we have Deep Toph.
But we've exhausted at least one of the splits.
Yep.
So I can't wait for it to be at the other one. Especially if dead ends not shuffled in.
There's floater.
That feels really bad if you wanted to come back for one of those incentivized items. So we're gonna check for another 2 shards here. That's not a bad idea. Can't get that dwarf, but again, don't need it.
Shadow MRT bragging Tia. And we'll be rewarded with 4 shards.
Phoenix wanting an 8th-floor deep Topher. Nobody wants an 8th-floor deep Topher, thank you. Just for the record, as far as floors that we have left are concerned, we have a lot of Volcano to see. We have both Mirage and Sky Maze, Sky 1. We have the Floater Loop and 2 of the Ice Cave, 1 of the Ice Cave floors, and we still haven't seen Bahamut or the Rod Lock. So there are things that can get in the way here.
Mm.
We've had a Crown, but we haven't seen Northwest yet. Again, we don't need that, but like that is a possible ending to one of these dives. That pretty much covers it. We have Kraken again, which could give us another 4 shards, I suppose. But right now, I think Topher is on the mind.
Yep. Oh yeah, need to find Topher as soon as possible. Especially since like Woobear only needs 3 shards right now. I haven't looked at the other runners. What their shard count is.
It's an interesting. What is that? A Glaceon? On
Yeah.
Shadow Mystery?
I was about to say it.
I was like, is that on our restreamer right now, or is
No. I double checked for real. Oh, Shadow MRT finding that no northern docks.
That's a rough leg to forget.
Yeah.
So we do have a Melmond. We have a slab turn in. Again, this is one of those, like, I think doing it out of habit things where you go, oh, I have this item, let's keep checking, and it's like, but the only case where you would, oh no, I can't. I have to take that back. The case where you would need that is if it's Topher behind the Rod Lock. You still need to be making these checks.
Yeah. I missed it the first time, but Fade was level 3, as well as Life 2.
That's some huge early magic.
But not...
Very validating for Red Mage.
Yeah, Life 2 was not red learnable. Or was it level... No, it was level 4, sorry. Yeah, Life 2 was level 4, Fade level 3.
There is that Soria tile that you wanted. Doing a lot of trap tile checking, it looks like. Kumo going a long way down. Towards that Ordeal's entrance, it looks like. Nothing great coming out of Ice Cave traps here. I guess the Saurias, like you said before.
Saurias would be my go-to. They're normally pretty tame. Sometimes they can throw a skill or two, but normally they're pretty good targets for black belt grind.
Let's see what we have coming out of this.
Oh, sandworms. Okay, that could be good. Yep. Just to get started, I would get 21 and then just kill off the party and go to the sea, the Saurias. We're in an ice cave, so.
But, yeah.
Ooh, Cerebus, also a good tile.
I like that tile more for a party grind. Like if I'm trying to rapidly get everyone into low 20s.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, Vorpal. Oof.
At +3, you can make a case for it.
It's still a Vorpal.
Wasn't somebody's blessing to use a Vorpal?
Let me double check. White Mage.
Oh, so nothing that Woobear can use. Alright, so let's see. Lefanians give us...
Tail. Okay.
That's a tough one. I think I do that. Right? Like, you can get a couple extra levels on the Thief to help with the spell casting. Get some better gear on it. And then just say, you know what, I'm not taking the black belt up to the 40s. I'll just throw the ribbon on that I would have given to the Thief anyway.
Kumo getting his crystal.
There is our rod lock.
Same for Shadow MRT, getting crystal, and Ravioli getting his floater.
It'd be nice to be the restreamer, see everything 2 seconds ahead of me. Still checking those trap tiles. Oh, just bouncing out of the rod lock. Be careful, that could be Topher. Guardian Swamp, there's our Elfland. So you got the nice magics, but you already had them. Guardian Bot gives us Elfland.
Elfland.
Guardian Top gives us Northwest. No? Not check. Oh no, it can't because dead ends are not shown. So Armory coming out of Cardia Grass. Checking the far one first. I guess just picking up that last slice.
Yeah.
Innocence Lost. What is a Duck Derby? So, ducks are how we affectionately refer to our newer runners in the community. The Duck Derby is I believe it's 4 main weeks and then 1 finals week tournament for our new players to kind of be showcased and show that they've learned a lot of skills through our Duckling Boot Camp. And it is a twice annual event. So yeah, it's a showcase and a competition all in one. Woobear finding Kraken at the bottom of the Volcano Armory and recognizing I don't need 4 shards. So let's not do that.
Did Woobear check the tiles?
Not the first one. No.
Oh.
Just that middling one, I think.
I think he just wants to find Toph at that point.
Not going to be at Marsh Bottom here. It's going to be at Lefane, isn't it? Always at Lefane. Ooh, could you imagine at Mirage? Do we have a chime yet?
Nope, not yet.
Could you imagine if the chime is behind the rod lock? This is getting spicy.
Seafood party platter.
That's a great party grind, not a great black belt grind. So in a sense, yes, there are options in the randomizer for shops to be randomized, belts to be randomized, parties to be randomized. There is pretty much everything. If someone wants to drop that link in chat to bring us to that page, to the main randomization page, you can see that there are a gazillion flags. And so each week is highlighting a different kind of skill set. And this week's theme is the randomization of entrances and floors.
Ooh, T-Rexes.
Was that off the reset?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, not a lot of HP. If they're off the hard reset, this is a pretty big.
Oh, there's our C-split.
Alright, then Ravioli is also in go mode. And I think Kumo only needed 2 or 3 shards. I haven't seen Shadow MRT shard count yet.
Now, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Are you hunting Topher at entrances, or are you going into, like, you see Armory right now? Are you checking the next floor, or are you just jumping straight to the next entrance? Trying to find the Topher.
For Armory, for Volcano Armory, I'm checking the floors, the floor after that. But I would just check the first entrance, pretty much every entrance I have left, and then dive deeper if I don't find yeah.
So I'm interested to hear. This seems like a case of I like to open boxes. I don't know what someone is hoping to find at this point. every piece of equipment is going to be kind of a marginal upgrade here. I think that Coral +5, a lot of people sleep on it, and that is an endgame weapon.
Oh yes,
absolutely,
definitely.
Now, in watching Ravioli, I missed Woo Bear's screen, but I see we found Bahamut somewhere.
Yes.
In that C-split.
Yeah, that was in a C-split on the right. And left was Marsh Top.
So, a very kind C-split.
For once.
We still have Lefane to check, Waterfall, and Onrak Town. So we have Maze coming out of Lefane.
Poof. Who is them just hitting like trucks?
They often do. Those hairpins feel real bad to check too. There's no real need to be checking loose here. I think that you get to like 55 minutes and you start going, oh no, what do I need? What do I need? I want to make sure we're really late into this. I still haven't seen anybody finish. I really want some gear that guarantees me going through Topher, but irrelevant if you don't know where Topher is.
Yeah.
And so I would also say that this is a good strategy if you know that XP is scaling per shard, because even though the cap was 28 for the finalization of entering Topher, you can still accumulate additional experience bonus with additional slices. So how does the race work? In general, they all just started at the same time. They have the same seed, so everyone has the exact same randomizations and placement of items and all the things that would happen within the game are the same across all the runners. And the first one to defeat Chaos is going to be able to call it for time. So this particular case, they're going to have to find 28 shards. So if you're familiar with Final Fantasy 1, the original game has you fighting 4 fiends to get 4 orbs lit, and then you can dive the final dungeon. This one just has us finding 28 pieces of those orbs that they've scattered out throughout treasure chests and behind fiends. And then they can enter a short version of the final dungeon in which they just have to refight all the fiends, kill Chaos, and hit the button to say that they're done.
Yep, and Woo Bear finding that Temple of Fiend.
Where that was
Waterfall.
Fiend?
At Waterfall, yeah. No, Lefane had nothing. Second floor. First floor was Mirage 1.
That could be worse.
Kumo finding that stinky Vorpal.
It's not a stinky, that's a great Vorpal.
It's not. It's a Vorpal.
Right,
as
so
you can tell, I don't like the Vorpal.
Lich 2 is down. 56 minutes. Let's go. Let's hope for a kind Topher. This is really difficult at this point with the 22 Master. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're not gaining any more MDef. You already have the minus MDef. That is a much squishier Master than you typically take into a Topher, even though the stats are not scaled so high. I think this means that the Ninja is the carry. Yeah, there goes the fast.
Yeah. No, Ninja is 100% a carry. With that Katana +1, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
It's really unfortunate because you could have taken, if you just wanted somebody to buffer in the front, you take another Thief even. But you could take a fighter there, or a third mage. And I think you have a much nicer time than having this Black Belt who's not really dealing damage at level 22. Yeah, you got, what, 4 hits?
4 hits, yes.
6 hits? I don't know. It's just...
No, 4 hits. 6 hits is at 32. Or, was it? God, I'm so confused. Yes, that's it. 21 for 4.
We just know they go up by 2s at certain breaks.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kraken taking down the Black Belt. Not too bad, but I don't think we have life, do we? Ooh,
nope.
Blaze, not so good. Can we get through this?
Nope.
Nope.
We're out.
Oh, I don't know that was a let's take levels. Oh, we're out of here.
Oh, Woo Bear, you could check Toe Flock. Oh,
yeah, there are some trap tiles there that have paid off in the past in tournaments.
Mm-hmm. No, I think the play is going back to that ice cave, which was in Titan West.
For the Sarias at the mage tile.
Yep. Cool.
I mean, I don't mind the Manticores at this point either. That's you have 4 in 1 battle as opposed to 2 over 2 battles, right? Like,
Ooh, Aegis Shield for Ravioli.
Assuming that we find the tail here, or Bahamut even. Because again, in Go mode, you're not necessarily hunting that down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were just sucking up on heal potions. Is that what?
Yep. Oh, checking the trap tile after that. Yep.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I wasn't convinced that was. You can get one good turn on Kraken and that'll be fine. Catman's not the tile to take, but it doesn't hurt. I think this is a much closer race than would have been indicated by the first few minutes of this. Ravioli really picked it up. Kumo and Shadow have been kind of just silently doing the game, but they are like right on the heels of Woobear and Ravioli.
Yeah, Shadow only needs, I think I've seen 4 shards to be in Go mode, and Kumo already has his 26 shards, so only needs to find Temple of Fiend.
So yeah, to DM Stewart's point about this, the Masa and the co-op flags very similar to this. Definitely taken up a notch because they are more veteran runners. But that's where the scaling really comes into play, right? Like in a 70 to 150 set, we're not worried about not being able to punch through such high absorb. Especially in this case, this particular seed has fast and temper at such low levels. However, like if that becomes an issue where you can't quite punch through something, black belt gaining levels, that's going to be a huge boon, right? Because every hit's going to give you that much more over the absorb. And otherwise, yeah, you're just sort of hoping for the best. But here, Woobear hoping for the best again.
Oof.
Back to Lich.
And damage poison. That's not what we want to see.
Taking hints from Lich 1.
Oh, no Warmick? No Warmick for Ravioli. Oh, maybe?
No, we're in Go mode here.
Oh, yes. Oh, we're taking Warmick. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with that. We need a few more levels.
I'm not even in it for the levels, although that is very nice. I'm in it for the information. Like, does Warmick have abilities that I no longer have to worry about, or do I see just punch, punch, punch come out? Because that's going to set up my Topher.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Warmick likes to punch.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
We have carry 2 down again. Let's see if we have better luck this time on Kraken.
No HP on that Warmick.
24 is a good level to try Topher at this point.
Yep.
I don't know that Ravioli has the information. I don't think so, but there's only 2 places left to check. Or 3 places, I suppose, if haven't done Mirage yet.
Oh, those Gurmedusa. Those are pretty good tile to grind on. At least for a party grind. Wow. Yikes. Kraken 2 just completely destroyed Woobear.
This is an interesting problem to have. I think we have a Lock 2 shirt, right? Like that. Was it evasion or was it just not hitting hard enough?
I think it's just not hitting hard enough and getting turn order.
Yeah, but that thief with the katana should be doing more than 200. especially fasted. Here we have Kumo about to find out. Hey, I'm ending the game. Ah, Roostic. What a lovely find.
Yep.
Right before it over.
Shadow and Marty fighting Warmick. Not doing a lot of damage though. Oh, Warmick with slow 2. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good to know.
So for anybody that doesn't understand what we were talking about with that Warmech before, Warmech shares a skill pool with the Fiends in Topher and Chaos. So if you see something on Warmech and you can count how many of that thing are in the entire pool, you know kind of how to adjust your strategies on a per Fiend basis. So I believe there's only one slow 2 in the pool, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Right, so now we don't have to worry about Chaos, like you trying to fast your party member and then Chaos punches the Black Mage and then slows you down.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get that off, or at least at base hits. Woobear, another attempt into Topher. I think after like 3 attempts, if this doesn't work, that now says to me, let's gain levels.
Yep.
Ooh, didn't see this that poison, stone poison on the Catmails before.
Oof.
Wow. That is quite the run. Ravioli taking down Garland. Let's see, are we going to turn into Sarah?
Oh, checking the bats. Chaos with no HP.
Finding out the bad news about Kraken, though.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you that don't know what Ravioli just did, bats with stats is a thing. So we have a couple of different levels of like how those bats can inform you about what you're about to encounter in the Temple of Fiends. And in this case, they're using plus signs to denote the amount of pain you can feel like you're in, along with the skill set, or major focal points of the skill set.
Masa +1. So, I'm sorry, Masa +1 in Toph. Wow.
I don't think Wolfhard should check that.
He never checked the boxes. Oh no. There was also a ribbon in those boxes.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
In a very, very sad way. I'm sorry. Well, we're through that Kraken. There's a chance here that we can get through Tia and Chaos. But Ravioli now, with the Masa in hand, doesn't need that promotion.
Woobear needs...
stick?
he has, yes.
Yeah,
Woobear's... oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say Woobear needs to keep his Black Mage alive. Never mind.
I'm thinking game strat's not necessarily the best on Tia 2. If you're down to that position, you're in trouble. Harm 4, loving it. Fighter with a swing, 4 hits, 200 damage is enough for carry 2. Let's see how Ravioli handles this Kraken. Using a Coral Sword, no, using the Roost Stick. Locking. Love that as a first turn. I'm not sure that Brack over fast here is the best idea. If Brack works, you look like a genius. But if it doesn't, it's kind of a wasted turn. Finding out 3 hits from that fighter instead of the 4 hits that we're expecting. So that lock shirt was a good idea. There goes the blaze, but we should have life on that white mage, right?
Yes, life 2. Oof.
Now, life is enabled in battle, and this is a real interesting one. I think that maybe it would be worth casting on that thief just to take the hit instead of the fighter.
Kumo finding the ribbon, and we'll find the Masa. I'm so sad for Woobear.
Yeah,
Not checking these boxes.
To take this one entirely. I'm not sure who he's even equipping that on. I guess Do you put it on the master at that point?
No, master. You switch master to slot 1 and do the carry with the thief.
Yeah, but the thief already has a katana +1. I'm not sure a Masa +1 is out critting that, is it?
I think it. Maybe not, but that might be marginal.
It's worth testing, but not something that we'll see, unfortunately. Tia with Zap, not landed on anyone. Fortunately, a very low accuracy spell.
That Masa is... yeah,
oh
that
God.
Masa is doing so much damage.
Alright, so our first Chaos on stream, and we saw that he should be kind of squishy. So it's looking real good for Ravioli. Already liking where the party's at. Not doing any last minute adjustments. Locking him up. Easy to hit.
Ooh, Zap.
On the fighter. Zap again. And missing everybody again. Do we have 3 ribbons and
Ravioli has 2. I think one of them on the white mage and the other on the fighter.
That would make sense. I have made that mistake many a times where we don't move that ribbon over to the carry. 7 hits, 300. Feels kind of bad, but that temper going off is going to be a big deal. And it's going to start ramping up real quick. Yeah, this is kind of a wimpy chaos.
8 hits, 400 damage, yeah. That chaos going down pretty fast.
The only consideration I would have liked to see was that fighter moved into slot 3 for that marginal increase in chance of finding a crit loop in the worst case.
There you go.
Here we go. Get your GGs in chat.
So Ravioli finishes with a race time .gg time of 1 hour 10 minutes and 8 seconds, right behind Dark Twinge with a 1 hour 9 minutes and 49 seconds. So only a 19 seconds difference between the first and second place.
Very, very well-raced game here on Ravioli's side.
Oh yes.
We have all 3 of our other on-stream runners in Topher or just about to be in Topher. So this could wrap up fairly quickly, if we're lucky, if they're lucky. Let's see if we can get Ravioli in here.
Yeah, let me ask real quick. Oh, you got it. So Kumo is on Chaos. I looked away and completely missed that. Only 110 damage on his HP and on his fighter, and yeah, he goes down.
Yeah, I wasn't too optimistic on that particular attempt, but at least we know we can get down to Chaos, right? Like that is a big deal. Do we still have that ribbon in the Masa? Like, have we exited out at the end?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely want to save after doing that sort of thing.
Shadow MRT also finding the ribbon.
Wow, 8 hits, 957. That's a nice quick glitch. Usually I'd be wary about using some of those buffing spells on the early fiends because you don't really need to waste the resources, but like level 1, level 2 magic, not a big deal.
I cry a little bit every time Woobear goes past the Masa.
It's a lot of tears. Fill up that whole waterfall. So Math Girl, to answer your question, the waterfall, you can actually exit out of the waterfall. You stay on that waterfall tile, so pressing up at that point allows you into the lake behind the waterfall.
And we are joined in the boot by Ravioli. GG's.
Thank you.
That was super interesting because I'm sitting there the entire beginning of this match going, you're taking a Zombol grind. What's going through your head on that one?
I really like to have the thief lockpicking because I saw the Conaria Castle pretty early, and I didn't want to miss like a masa, which I ended up hunting for until the very end. But I didn't want to miss a ribbon or some quality of life item. So and safety, and also for safety.
Yeah, no, it seems like it paid dividends on that. How are you feeling as far as pacing throughout the game? Like, how do you, relative to your opponents, where do you think you're sitting?
I looked at the timer as I was finishing Chaos, and I said, well, this is well over an hour. I know it's entrance floor shuffle, but I said, I'm not going to place very well on this one. But I was very, very pleasantly surprised with my race time.
For real, you really played well. Like Shumbabi said, what really threw me off was the early grind, the early Zombull grind, just to get that level 15. That really threw me off, and man, that was a good play. Not gonna lie, just to get those early levels and make the beginning really more easier on you.
Yeah, I don't think I saw you hiccup.
Well, thank you.
All right, so we have
Yeah,
two chaos. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we just got 2 chaos on the screen. We just want to see if Woo Bear finally punches through this time.
Nope.
Seen chaos, never.
That zap got Woo Bear.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Still
hasn't found that Masa.
Yeah.
Really gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Did he pick up any ribbons?
He has
not
one,
the one
but
for chaos.
yeah, he has one, but Ninja can't equip the ribbon. So he's going in without ribbons on his main damage dealer.
Yeah, without the White Mage guaranteeing life, it's really difficult to get through a Topher that has so many instant kill spells. So another kudos move there, taking the White Mage.
Oh, then Kumo was in a crit loop, and down goes Chaos. GG to Kumo.
Good game. And that is why we moved the fighter into slot 3.
Yep.
So glad that worked out. So Kumo with an official race time at GG time of 1:15:22. So that's good enough to put in 4th place overall for the night, with Hate13 in chat over here, having finished in 3rd at 1:12:08. So let's see if we can get Kumo in here. And Ravioli, I think I cut you off a little bit on that before Chaos, if you had anything that you'd like to add.
No, I felt that I was moving pretty good. In this flag set to wipe in those deep dungeons, I just was glad with those early levels for sure.
All right, and we're joined in by Kumo. GG Kumo.
Thank you.
So Kumo, I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be back doing this again?
It feels good. I really enjoy doing this. It's Final Fantasy 1 was one of my first RPGs ever. Back in 19. I just dated myself. Anyway, yeah, it feels really good. It bothers my hand sometimes since I broke it, trying to do the inputs really fast, but.
It's funny you should say that. We had somebody on chat earlier commenting on how impressively fast everybody's menuing is. So I don't think that really held you back. So hopefully you're not hurting yourself too much on that.
No, it just cramps up a little bit. Man, the seed.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. I think my butt cheeks puckered a little bit on the ghosts. I almost wiped on those ghosts in the sea.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
and I pointed out, like, you got sleep by them, and for whatever reason, well, not whatever reason, but the thief just MVP'd out of it and just evaded the like 4 hits in a row. Like,
yeah,
that was so I don't want to say good, but lucky and good at the same time. Like, no, that was a good. That was good. But oh boy, yeah, no, that was a good seed from you.
Yeah,
it was
very well played, very straightforward. I think you didn't really make anything that seemed egregious in the way of errors. It was very just direct, and I'm gonna go into this knowing what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I did about eight seed before this practice seeds, and the one that they posted up on the Duckling Weekly, that's the one I actually forfeited. It tilted so much, but everyone else I finished, but I didn't finish below like an hour 16 is like my best time. So I did really well today, and it was amazing. I was just trying to find Topher there at the end. I was like, where is it? I have the shards. Where's Topher?
Yeah, I think most of you were in go mode around the 50-minute mark, 45 even, for some people, and it was just like, okay, where's this going to be? Is it going to be deep and ruin everybody's night, or in the last place that they check, which it seemed to be.
Yeah, that's always the case, I feel like, with Entrance Shuffle. You either find Temple of Fiend really early, or just it's your last location in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for a sword at the very end. When I found Topher, I was like, we're just gonna go in, and then magically I found the Massa in Topher. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because having to swing a Koro 5 is wasn't gonna do so well.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Coral 5, I think, gets slept on an awful lot. That it has a high crit rate, actually, or a high enough crit rate that you can get away with a thief wielding it, especially on Kraken, right, with the extra weakness. So a Dragon Sword and a Coral Sword, at least for those respective fiends, are going to get you far enough. So fortunately, I didn't see who did the checks. I think that might have been Ravioli, noticing where the strengths of each fiend were by talking to the bats. Is that ever on your mind, by the way, Kumo? I don't know that I saw you checking them.
In the past, I've checked them, and I think I did a few this time, because I remember Chaos not having spells, if I remember correctly. They didn't list any spells. But I think I did a few checks when I went in there the first time, but I'm not 100% sure. That might have been another run. They all run together sometimes.
And Woo Bear. Wow. Finally got through Chaos without that Massa. And finished with a race time GG time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 50 seconds.
So who wants the over-under on how long we can go without mentioning that Massa?
Alright, let me check if Woo Bears wants to jump in for an interview.
Alright, so we've got Shadow rolling up on Chaos here. Let's see if we can put this stream away. Danny Gray Pluton Mom. Oh, that wall coming out. That's going to be a pretty big deal. We got Temper going off. And the zap comes out immediately, exiling through the not yet hit wall. So that seems like it's going to be a wipe.
I wish I had one.
Hey, Woo Bear. So yeah, we welcome Woo Bear into the booth. GG's Woo Bear.
Thank you.
So, oh boy, that Toph.
No, yeah.
That Toph was a thing.
So what's going through your mind after like the second wipe?
Second wipe? I can't remember that far back.
So hilarious. So the first one, you were getting the heal pots.
Yeah, totally forgot. I didn't have heal 3 or 4. Not that my red mage, I don't think had like a single white mage spell other than fade, which was not useful.
At any point, did you consider grabbing levels?
I took a couple. I just I needed the right like RNG to not get zapped into oblivion and punched.
Oh yeah.
At any point, did you consider grabbing the Masamune behind you?
Apparently not. I'm not going to gamble on the fact that the two chests are exactly Masamune and Ribbon as a silly, but of course they're both there. because you know why wouldn't they be? The ribbon over the Mazmoon would, because Katana's more broken than Mazmoon any day, but yeah, ribbon would have been helpful to say the least.
Yeah, but otherwise it did look like bad luck. I don't know that levels would have done much more except on that black belt, especially with that early promotion.
Yeah, like I kept dying to like zap. The roost stick was a big help. Thank God that was there. If I didn't find that roost stick, I probably would have kept looting a few more things to see if I found anything. But yeah, the roost stick, I was like, all right, I can do it technically. I just need the right turn orders and such. But yeah, like getting zapped isn't like levels isn't going to help with that. Hey, GG Shadow.
And yep, I was about to say, blink it and you missed it. Shadow and Marty just finished with a race time, .gg time of 1 hour, 23 minutes and 44 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
Yeah, so this was from everybody on stream, at least. I think across the board probably, but this was a very well-run race, and I'm constantly saying it on the Discord, but I'm terrified of this Duckling class.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players in here.
All right,
just the ability to keep track of everything, the ability to... You're making some really great decisions, and some of you are making some very different, really great decisions. And so I think it would be really interesting to see if you ever watch these back, see what your competitors are doing.
Yeah. It's the best way.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this one in the replay and see what others did. Yeah.
I'm really regretting resetting for that red mage at the start of the seed. I'm like, ooh, level 1 nuke, this is great. And yeah, then later, no invis, wall, life 2, life 1, any of that fun stuff.
So I was rolling with a thief, fighter, red mage, white mage at the very beginning. Well, I didn't even start, like 15 seconds before the gate dropped. I was like, we'll just change the white mage to a black mage, and that paid dividends having 2 nukes.
Yeah, the nukes were great early, but yeah, not having the utility for me in the Topher fight anyways was horrible. I did a completely different party order than I usually do. I almost always do what you said, thief, fighter, red black or white black depending.
So I have a question, Chanigan, for you since you're the restreamer.
Yes.
How close was I to killing Chaos on my first attempt?
Pretty close, not gonna lie. And also
one swing.
Maybe a few hundred damage. And yeah, what I was about to say, and we welcome Shadow and Martin to the chat. But man, GG Shadow.
That wipe was painful.
Yeah, not gonna lie, yes. No, for real, you all four run really well. What happened? Something just paused. I'm sorry. Oh.
I'll fill it in while he's playing Minesweeper over there.
Sorry.
You all ran really well on this one. Shadow, how are you feeling as you're approaching Topher as far as like time is concerned?
Oh, when I was approaching Topher, I was like what? Once I walked in.
Yeah, just knowing, hey, I'm in go mode. Do you feel like you're in a good spot relative to all the other runners? Are you ready to do that on your first go, and you're like, all right, I've got this. I'm in number 1. Or are you feeling kind of? I feel a little behind. Maybe I have to take some bigger risks.
I was iffy at first, like just being slightly below 400. But I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. If I wipe once or twice, then I'll go get a few levels and come back.
Now I can't remember which one of you did an early Manticore grind.
That was Ravioli.
Oh, that was Ravioli. The Manticores and the Zombles? Poof. Both of them. paying some dividends here. Did anybody else find a grind that they really want to?
The Green Medusas. The Grim Medusas. I did a few levels on there, and then I also did a few levels on the Manticore. I don't think I actually stayed in one spot too long.
Wait, where there's Grim Medusas on a spike tile somewhere?
Yep. It was in Northwest Castle.
Oh. I didn't even check the spike tiles. I just checked to see if Astos had tail. Didn't see it. I went, alright, later.
Yeah, I was looking for something. That's why I took the black belt too, because like the B tiles were on, so I'm hoping for like an eye tile or something, but I didn't really find anything like amazing.
Have you had success with that? Because floor entrance shuffle, I mean, almost everybody recoils at the thought of a black belt. And seeing you deliberately picking it on a reroll was very interesting. Is it just banking on this high-risk gamble of the B-side tiles, or have you found success with it on this flag set?
That was literally the first time I ever did it. Regret it immensely.
Yeah, it's rough to do that sort of shift in a
I mean,
tournament
to
setting.
be fair, look at our options. We had -1 hit% fire per level, so fire was basically out for me, and I was like, no rim of the thief.
And no problem using the fighter.
In hindsight, knowing that Vorpal was like,
down to yeah.
in hindsight, knowing that Vorpal was incentivized, it probably should have went like Thief Rainbow or something similar to that. Just went like Thief Carry. But...
Yeah, I went Thief Rainbow. I mean, I guess 1% on fire is not the end of the world. It basically goes from a fire to a red mage, if I remember correctly. Red mage is 2 hit.
Yeah, I think fighter's 3 hit percent per level.
Yeah, fire's 3. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I've exhausted all of my specific questions. Chanagan, do you have anything else that you wanted to ask the runners?
No, that's pretty much it. Again, GG to everyone, every racer. That was really a good show.
Thank you.
So yeah, no,
Thank you.
I got nothing else on my side.
All right.
Is that
so
is that a French Cadillac here, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm your neighbor.
That
I'm over in Ontario.
Topher, though.
So
let's go. Wait,
let's go through final thoughts. Starting with our on-stream winner, Ravioli.
Oh, GG's to everybody, and thanks for hosting us. And this was another fun race, for sure.
All right. Next on the list, Kumo.
Topher's gonna Topher no matter what. God dang it, Topher. Thank you all for coming together to get this restream started, and I really do appreciate you guys coming so quickly together and getting it put up so everybody can watch.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
Yeah, we love doing this sort of thing. Who is next on our list? We have Woo Bear.
That's me. Basically, echo the sentiments, Kumo. Like, thanks for coming together. It was really short notice, and you guys are awesome. But yeah, I'm just happy this week is over because it's definitely the one that I was like most worried about. Looking forward to week 4.
And last but not least, Shadow.
Yeah. I can't really think of anything other than Topher is Topher. It is the great equalizer, and also thank you guys for definitely coming together like short notice. Not gonna lie, I was surprised you even got a group together, just in the nick of time.
For our ducks, anything can happen, right?
Oh yes.
But yeah, so thank you to Chanagan for the restream, Math Curl and Sin Pyro for our tracking and very, very descriptive notes in our Discord channel. Thank you, Chanagan, for leading off the broadcast because I had some personal stuff that I couldn't quite
no
get
problem.
in right away.
Even though I'm feeling a bit, I'm not feeling that great. I think we put in a good show.
You sound amazing, my friend. You're fine.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting our Duck Derby Week 3, and thank you to all the viewers for watching. Because if you weren't here, then I'd be talking to space, and it would feel real awkward. So, Chanagan, take us away.
Yes. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to our restream, Duckling, and yeah. Nothing else really to say other than have a great night.